Are you tired of working hard and feeling like you're barely getting by? Do you ever feel like there's something off about the money system, but you can't quite put your finger on it? You're not alone. Millions of people around the world are feeling the same way. The truth is, the traditional advice we've been given about money, go to school, get a good job, save your pennies, simply isn't enough anymore. The world has changed, and the old rules no longer apply. This isn't about getting rich-quick schemes or lottery fantasies. This is about understanding the real rules of money and using them to your advantage. It's about building a solid foundation for lasting wealth and financial freedom. We'll explore topics like the global economy, the role of financial institutions, and the power of investing. We'll debunk common myths about money and reveal the secrets that the wealthy have known for years. Get ready to have your mind blown. Get ready to see the world of money in a whole new light. Get ready to break free from the mold and create a life of abundance. Let's dive into the global economy. Think of it like a giant ocean with different players swimming around. You've got governments, financial institutions, big corporations, and even us, the everyday people. All of us interacting in this massive, complex system. Now, governments do have a role to play. They set policies, make trade deals, and try to keep things stable, but they don't have absolute control. The global economy is way too big and interconnected for that. What happens in one country can ripple out and affect everyone else. Trade agreements, technology, even what people are buying, it all factors in. It's like a giant puzzle, and governments only hold a few of the pieces. But here's the thing, you have a role to play too. Your choices matter. Every time you buy something, invest in something, or even just decide to save your money, you're impacting the economy in your own small way. Now let's talk about who's really calling the shots in the financial system. You might think it's governments, and they do have some influence, but the real power players are the financial institutions, banks, investment firms, central banks, you name it. These institutions control the flow of money. They decide who gets loans, what interest rates will be, and how much money is actually circulating in the economy. They have a huge impact on businesses, governments, and individuals like you and me. But why do they have so much power? Because they've positioned themselves as the gatekeepers of the system. They hold our money, they facilitate transactions, and they manage the systems that make the whole thing work. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. We need these institutions to keep the economy running smoothly, but it's important to understand the role they play and the influence they wield. Because once you understand the game, you can start playing it to your advantage. So if these financial institutions have so much control, what can we do about it? The answer is simple: educate ourselves. The first step to taking control of your financial future is to understand how the system works. Learn about different investment options, explore ways to grow your wealth, and don't be afraid to seek out financial advice from trusted sources. The more you know about money, the less intimidating it becomes. You'll start to see opportunities that you never noticed before. You'll be able to make smarter decisions about your money and build a more secure financial future for yourself and your family. Remember, you have more power than you think. Don't let the financial institutions dictate your future. Take control of your own destiny by becoming financially literate and making your money work for you. Here's a truth that might surprise you. The traditional path of education, employment, and saving is actually designed to keep you financially average, not wealthy. It's a system that benefits those at the top while the rest of us struggle to make ends meet. Think about it. We're told to study hard, get good grades, and then get a good job. But what happens when we get that job? We start earning a paycheck, and what do we do with it? We spend it. We pay our bills, we buy things we need, and some things we don't. And we save a little bit, hoping it will be enough for retirement someday. But here's the catch. Saving alone won't make you wealthy. In fact, with inflation eating away at the value of our money, simply saving might actually make you poorer in the long run. The real secret to building wealth is to make your money work for you, not the other way around. And that's not something they teach you in school. They don't teach you about investing or about building multiple streams of income or about leveraging debt to your advantage. They teach you to be a good employee, to work for someone else's dreams, and to be content with a steady paycheck. Now, I'm not saying that education is bad. It's important to learn new things, to develop critical thinking skills, and to expand your horizons. But when it comes to money, the real education happens outside the classroom. Look at some of the most successful entrepreneurs and investors in the world. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey. They all dropped out of school or took unconventional paths to achieve their success. They didn't wait for someone to give them permission to pursue their dreams or to tell them how to build their fortunes. They understood that the real world is a very different place than the structured environment of academia. They were willing to take risks, to learn from their mistakes, and to blaze their own trails. They didn't shy away from failure. They embraced it as a stepping stone to success. And here's the thing, you can do the same. You don't need a fancy degree or a trust fund to achieve financial freedom. What you need is the right mindset, the willingness to learn, and the courage to take action. The first step is to break free from the financial indoctrination that we've all been subjected to. Challenge the assumptions you have about money. Question the traditional advice you've been given. Start thinking for yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Don't be afraid to dream big and to pursue those dreams with everything you've got. Remember, the system is designed to keep you trapped. It's designed to make you believe that financial success is only for a select few. But that's simply not true. The truth is, financial freedom is available to anyone who is willing to put in the work, to educate themselves, and to take control of their own financial destiny. So, are you ready to break free? Are you ready to challenge the status quo? Are you ready to create a life of abundance and prosperity? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. Let's talk about putting your money to work for you. You've heard the saying, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, it's true, but it can grow in other ways, through smart investing. Most people think of saving as the key to financial security. And while saving is important, it's only part of the equation. If you're just stashing your cash in a savings account, it's barely keeping up with inflation. You're not really getting ahead. Investing, on the other hand, is about putting your money into assets that have the potential to increase in value over time. Think of it like planting a seed. You're not going to get a harvest overnight, but with time, care, and the right conditions, that seed can grow into a strong and fruitful plant. Now, investing does come with risks, but with careful research, diversification, and a long-term perspective, you can mitigate those risks and set yourself up for financial success. Remember, the stock market goes up and down in the short term, but over the long haul, it has consistently trended upwards. Here's a concept that might make some of you uncomfortable. Debt isn't always a bad thing. In fact, the wealthy often use debt strategically to build their fortunes. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but stick with me here. See, most people are taught to fear debt. We're told to avoid it at all costs and to pay off our credit cards as quickly as possible. And while it's true that high-interest debt can be crippling, not all debt is created equal. There's a difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is what we typically think of. High-interest credit card balances, payday loans, things that keep you trapped in a cycle of payments. Good debt, on the other hand, is debt that helps you build wealth over time. Think of it this way. If you're using debt to buy a depreciating asset, like a car that loses value as soon as you drive it off the lot, that's bad debt. But if you're using debt to invest in an appreciating asset, like a rental property that generates passive income, that can be good debt. Section 3. Mastering problem solving for financial success. Now let's talk about one of the most valuable skills you can develop on your journey to financial freedom, problem solving. The truth is, life is full of challenges, and your financial life is no exception. There will be times when you face unexpected expenses, market downturns, or setbacks in your business. It's how you respond to these challenges that will determine your ultimate success. The good news is that problem solving is a skill that can be learned and improved upon with practice. It's about developing a mindset that sees challenges not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth and learning. When you encounter a financial problem, don't panic. Take a step back, assess the situation, and start brainstorming solutions. Talk to experts, research your options, and don't be afraid to get creative. Remember, there's always a way forward, even if it's not immediately apparent. By developing your problem-solving skills, you'll be better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of your financial journey and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. Section 1. The debt advantage, flipping the script. Let's talk about debt. I know it's a word that sends shivers down most people's spines. We're conditioned to think of debt as a bad thing, something to be avoided at all costs. But what if I told you that the wealthy view debt very differently? You see, the average person sees debt as a burden, a weight holding them back. The wealthy, on the other hand, see debt as a tool, a lever they can use to create even more wealth. It's all about perspective. Think about how big corporations operate. They don't just sit on piles of cash. They borrow money all the time to expand their operations, to acquire other companies, to take advantage of opportunities. And they do it because they understand that strategic debt can actually boost their profits. Now, I'm not suggesting you go out and rack up a mountain of credit card debt. That's a recipe for disaster. But I'm encouraging you to rethink your relationship with debt and to explore how it can be used responsibly to your advantage. Section 2, taxes, playing by a different set of rules. Taxes. Nobody likes them, but they're a fact of life, right? Well, here's the thing. Not everyone plays by the same set of rules when it comes to taxes. The wealthy have an entire army of accountants and lawyers whose sole job is to minimize their tax burden, and they're not breaking any laws. They're simply taking advantage of the tax code, which is written in a way that favors those who understand its complexities. They know how to structure their investments, their businesses, and even their charitable giving in a way that reduces their taxable income. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not fair. Why should the wealthy get all the breaks? And you're right, it's not always fair. But the system is what it is, and the sooner you understand how it works, the sooner you can start playing the game to your advantage. This doesn't mean you need to become a tax expert overnight, but it does mean educating yourself about the basics, exploring potential deductions and credits, and considering seeking guidance from a qualified tax professional. Section 3. Building a legacy, shifting your mindset from consumer to investor. Now let's talk about building a legacy. No, I'm not just talking about leaving money to your heirs, although that's certainly part of it. I'm talking about creating something that will outlive you, something that will continue to generate wealth and opportunity for generations to come. The key to building a legacy is to shift your mindset from that of a consumer to that of an investor. Consumers spend their money on things they want today. Investors, on the other hand, use their money to buy assets that will appreciate in value over time. Think about it this way. Every dollar you spend is a dollar that's gone forever. But every dollar you invest has the potential to grow and multiply, creating a ripple effect that can benefit your children, your grandchildren, and beyond. This doesn't mean you have to live like a pauper and save every penny. It's about finding a balance between enjoying your money today and investing in your future. It's about making conscious choices that align with your long-term goals. Section 1. Knowledge is power. Becoming your own financial guru. Let's talk about self-education. In a world overflowing with information, it's more important than ever to be proactive about your financial literacy. Gone are the days of blindly trusting so-called experts or relying solely on traditional institutions for guidance. You have the power to become your own financial guru. It starts with a thirst for knowledge and a commitment to continuous learning. Luckily, we live in an age where valuable resources are readily available at our fingertips. Dive into books by renowned financial authors, explore reputable financial websites and blogs, and listen to podcasts hosted by experienced investors and financial advisors. Don't be afraid to seek out diverse perspectives and challenge conventional wisdom. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about money, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions that align with your financial goals. Embrace the journey of becoming a lifelong student of finance and watch as your confidence and financial well-being soar. Section 2. Setting your sights. The power of goal setting in finance. Now, let's talk about goal setting. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easy to drift aimlessly through your financial life, letting circumstances dictate your path. But with well-defined goals, you create a roadmap for success, a beacon guiding your decisions and actions. Start by asking yourself what financial freedom truly means to you. Is it early retirement? Traveling the world? Starting your own business? Be specific. Write down your goals, both short-term and long-term. Make them measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound. Once you have your goals in place, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. What do you need to do today, this week, this month to move closer to your goals? Remember, even small, consistent actions can lead to significant results over time. Don't be afraid to dream big. Your financial goals are your own, and there are no limits to what you can achieve with the right mindset, strategies, and unwavering determination. So, set your sights high and let your goals fuel your journey toward financial success. Section 3, taking action from knowledge to financial transformation. Now here's the most important part. Taking action. It's not enough to simply consume information about personal finance or to dream about financial freedom. You have to put what you've learned into practice. Remember, knowledge without action is like a car without an engine. It won't get you very far. So how do you bridge the gap between knowing and doing? Start by identifying one small step you can take today to move closer to your goals. It could be as simple as setting up a budget, opening a retirement account, or researching investment options. The key is to start somewhere and to build momentum. Don't get bogged down by analysis paralysis. It's okay to make mistakes along the way. That's how you learn and grow. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Remember, financial success is a journey, not a destination. So embrace the process, celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and never give up on your dreams. Section 1. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Congratulations. You've reached the end of this podcast, but more importantly, you're at the starting line of your journey to financial freedom. It's time to put all the pieces together, to translate knowledge into action and to take control of your financial destiny. Remember, breaking free from the mold takes courage. It means questioning the status quo, challenging conventional wisdom and forging your own path. It means embracing the unknown, stepping outside of your comfort zone and being willing to learn and adapt along the way. But here's the good news. You don't have to do it alone. There's a whole community of like-minded individuals out there. People who are tired of the old rules and ready to create a new paradigm of financial success. Seek them out, connect with them, learn from each other. Share your successes and your challenges. Together, you can support and encourage each other on this incredible journey. Section 2. Embrace the transformation, claim your power. Remember, financial freedom is not a distant dream reserved for the privileged few. It's an achievable reality for anyone willing to put in the work to embrace a new mindset and to take consistent action. Embrace the transformation, embrace the challenges, embrace the possibilities. This is your life, your money, your future. Claim your power and create the financial future you deserve. Start today, start small, start where you are, but most importantly, start. The world is waiting to see what you'll accomplish.